Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 10 of Authentic. Um, yeah, the threads of authenticity and the understanding of me is deepening all the time, and so I'm wondering how authentic is landing for you. Um, Last night, yesterday morning, we started this movement of where our leg was moving, and we did more last night in the in-person classes, and I'm going to continue with that now. So great. Come lie on your back and let's begin. Come. I got a new candle, so I can light my candle again. Dun, dun, dun. Lighting your candle, setting up that sense of the space that you're in, a practice space, like a container for yourself. Landing it on the floor, find a way of becoming really present to the floor, really consciously landing your body. Nice. And then draw your right knee up towards you and squeeze it in. And then let your toe touch the floor. And where your toe touches the floor, that's now called center. So that's kind of just where your foot came from, and your toe touches the floor there. Squeeze your knee up towards you, and then touch the floor at center. Knee up towards you. Touch the floor at center. Knee up towards you. Touch the floor at center. So pause at center. So your toes are just hover touching the floor just at center. And now bring your right foot as far to the right as you can with your knee bent. Nice. And then draw your knee up towards your chest. Center, right, chest. Center, right, chest. Nice. One more time. Center, right, and chest. So now we're going to go the other direction. From chest, go right, center, and chest. Right, center, and chest. One more time. Right, center, and chest. Super. Bring your arms to your sides. Open your right, keeping your right knee up towards your chest. Open your right knee out to the side. And then come back to center. Right knee to the side. Knee towards the middle. Right knee to the side. And then knee towards the middle. And then draw a big circle with your right knee towards the corners of your room. And notice, so there's the size of the circle that you always make, which is kind of like the Goldilocks circle. So that's the circle that you do and it works for you, and it's your medium range of motion. So make the movement bigger than your typical range of motion. So you're leaning into the very edge of the movement possibility here. There's a sense of tentativeness and unsureness, because at the end of our range, there's all kinds of things at the end of our range. Sensations, discomfort, and change direction. Big circle at the end of your range with your right knee. Super. Stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. And just holding on somewhere down along the back of the right thigh. And just pause. Hold it a little bit higher, maybe the back of the knee or the back of the calf. And pause. Nice. Bend your knee, foot to the floor. Draw your left knee up towards you. Squeeze it in. Let your Toe touch the floor at center, which is just where your foot came from. And draw your left knee up towards you. And touch the floor at center. Toe towards you. Center. No, knee towards you. Knee towards you. Center. I think I said toe earlier as well. Nice. So draw your knee up towards you, touch center, and then let your foot hop out as far to the left as it goes. And then bring your knee back to center. So we're making a back to your chest. So we're making a triangle. Touch the floor at center, touch the floor to the left, draw your knee up towards your chest. So center, left, chest. Center, left. I'm really intrigued by what my right leg does when my foot goes to left. It's just this really interesting stabilization that is actually that the right leg is stretching even though it's not moving. It's really fascinating. And now change direction. From chest, go left, center, chest, left, center, chest. One more time. Left, center, chest. Cool. Arms long beside you. Open your left leg out to the side and then bring it back to the middle. Left leg to the side and to the middle. Left leg to the side and then to the middle. And then draw the biggest circle that you can, so bigger than your typical range. So you're leaning into the end of your range the whole way. And for me to find the end of my range, I have to actually pay attention, because my middle range, I don't have to think about, is there more? I just do the movement. So here I have to think, am I at my end? How do I feel that I'm at the end of my range as I move? Again, I'm really noticing that my right hip is stabilizing so deeply as I do this. I'm really enjoying the movement into my right hip. And then roll the left knee in the biggest range that you can, slowly, deeply connecting. So interesting. Nice. And then stretch your leg up towards the ceiling. So I'll tell you a story about a candle. And so many, many years ago, I was blessed with a wonderful yoga teacher. And she was my yoga teacher for many, many years. And I had done loads of yoga trainings and different things, but I hadn't stepped up and started teaching. So Nullag, my wonderful yoga teacher, decided that it was time that I started teaching. So we came up with this idea that I would become an apprentice yogi to her classes. So hold on, somewhere down along the back of your leg. So I started attending all of her yoga classes in the evening. And so over a period of 2.5 years, she prepared to retire and I prepared to take on her yoga classes. And so there was this thing where the last few classes, she ended in May. The last few classes, maybe the last month before she ended, she had this little stub of a candle and it kept burning down and burning down and burning down. And she was really aware that her candle was burning out and that she needed a new candle. But she didn't want to buy a new candle until it was my candle. Nice. Bring your feet to the floor and then drop your knees from side to side. So I remember the very last class on the very last night. It was Thursday evening. We had organized a surprise party after this class, but I stood beside her and I had my new candle. And she turned to me and she says, quick, the candle's going to go out. You've got to light your candle now. And it was this amazing moment where it just came to an end, this candle. And just before it ended, I got the light from her candle. And I always, in that moment, as that handing over of something happened, rocking your knees continuously from side to side, I really learned the power of just this amazing coincidences that come in the world that have a resonance or that we can make symbolic for ourselves. I just loved it. So now when my candles burn down really low, I just think, what am I letting go of? What am I handing over? What's coming to an end in my life as I do this? And so, yeah, nice. So, come all the way up to sit. Nice. Story time with Ciara. So, have the block or the pillow or the book that you're sitting on and put it underneath your bum. And so this, as soon as we put something underneath our bum when we're sitting on the floor, it softens the angle in our thighs and our lower back. So it gives us a little bit more movement into our spine. So you can do this next movement using your hands as support, which is wonderful, or you can do the movement without your hands. So see what you need to do. So I'm going to bring my fingers to the floor either side of my hips, and then bend your knee and touch the floor with your toes in center. Center is just beside your left knee, okay? Straighten your leg long. Bend your left knee and touch the floor in center with your left toes. And then long. Bend your right knee. So either there's two different ways that your spine can go. One, that it can round because you're using your abdominal muscles and the squeeze of the front of your thighs. Stretch your leg long. Bend your left knee. So the rounding forward. Or the other way to do this is lean back. So you're using gravity and a lever to draw the weight of your leg back. So you're counterweighting the weight of your leg by leaning back, and therefore it's a lever more so. So see, which one do you do? Do you move more forward when your leg comes forward, or do you move back as your leg comes towards you? Notice which one you do, and then try the other one. So if you're leaning back when your leg comes forward, try and lean forward as your leg comes towards you. So your head comes down towards the knee. Or if your head comes down, then try leaning away from your knee as it comes towards you. So neither is right, neither is wrong. They're different. They have different purposes, different sets of muscles that you're using. Nice. And now turn the baby toe edge of your right foot to the floor, and you're going to have to take some of the weight out of your leg. So I'm holding my leg from my belly, and I'm going to slide my leg up towards me, and then stretch your leg long. Bring the baby toe side of your right foot to the floor and draw your foot up towards you. So my leg is lighter than it is because I'm holding my leg. It's just lightly touching the floor, okay? Left leg drags up towards you. Long. Right leg drags up towards you. Long. Left leg. Long. Right leg. Long. Roll into your ankles, big circles with your ankles. Roll into your wrists, why not? Wiggle your eyebrows. So how actively can you wiggle your eyebrows? Like, maybe move your face. Stretching your face. You know, how many diverse and interesting facial expressions can you put on your face? Just... Oh, and then in the other direction. Nice. So hands on your thighs, sitting up tall, only move your eyes towards the right. And when they're there, maybe deepen your breath or just feel down through the right side of your body as you look towards the right with only your eyes. Nice. Slowly coming back to center and let your eyes track all the way like they're following a line. And then turn your eyes towards the left, only your eyes. Maybe feel a bit more into that left side of your body, left side of your face. I'm wiggling my toes, wiggling my eyebrows. And then come back to center. Turn your head towards the right and find something shiny. Here at the moment, shiny is really easy. So I can see the candle, the reflection of the candle. I can see all the lights in the room here with me. Take a deep breath. Really notice something about the detail of the light that you're seeing. You know, so the candle, I'm really noticing a bit of detail about the candle, the pointiness, the color difference, the movement it's been created, and also the shadow in the glass or the reflection in the glass. Turn your head towards the left, wiggle your toes, wiggle your eyebrows, and find something here that's reflective or shiny. Really notice the detail. I can see the light switch is really shiny here. I can see a few fingerprints on it. And then come back to center. Nice. So bring your fingers to the floor beside you, bend your right knee and bring your toe to the floor. And then bring your foot out to the side and then center. Right foot to the side, center, side, center. And then draw a circle with your toes in the area in front of you. It's like I have a massive pot and the only thing I can stir it with is my toes. And then circle in the other direction. Maybe your heel is a better idea. There my toes started saying, oh, I might go into a cramp. So what way are you doing it? Either your heel or your toes. Oh, come back to center. Other side. Left toe touches center. Left toe to the left. Center. Left. Center. Left. Center. And then draw a circle with your toes on the floor. So this side is very awkward feeling. It's like it doesn't have the same dexterity or grace or skill. It's still good, but it's not quite the same. Circle in the other direction. Maybe it's your heel, maybe it's your toes, maybe it's the flat of your foot that you're circling. Nice, stretch your leg out long. Cool. So bring your left hand to the floor, bend your right knee, lift your bum off your block. So my left leg is long, my right knee is bent, and I'm leaning into my left hand. Drop your bum, change sides. Bend your left knee, right leg is long, right hand is on the floor, lift your bum. And then down. Left hand on the floor, bend your right knee, lift your bum. Right hand is on the floor, bend your left knee, lift your bum. Again, one more time. Left hand, bend your right knee, lift your bum. Bring your right hand to the floor, bend your left knee, lift your bum. Super. Soles of your feet together. Actually, no. So I'm going to come off my block because I want to come off my block, but just see what you want to do. If you want to stay on your block, do it sideways. So dive towards your toes and round your back. And then pull your elbows back into lawnmower. So you're leaning into your spine. Rounding, dive forward, fingers to your toes. Pull your elbows back into lawnmower. And I'm trying to include more and more of my spine. So rounding your back. If there's one place that you're feeling a lot of sensation in, then just notice, is everything else working as well, or is only that place engaging? So give other places more importance next time. So if there's a lot of sensation when you're doing a forward bend, it's mean you're relying on that place to give you the range, whereas everywhere has to give you the range. Same thing with your spine. It's not just one place, it's a little bit of movement in many different places that creates a spinal arch and a spinal rounding. So just continuing, pull your elbows back, lawnmower, and rounding forward, reaching towards your toes. Pull your elbows back, lawnmower. Forward. One more time. Pull your elbows back, lawnmower. And then forward. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. You can be up on your block or off your block as you wish. Hold on to your shins, arching your back, looking up. Drop your forehead down in the direction of your toes. Great. Rising, arching your back, looking up. Pull on your ankles as you look up. Rounding your back, drop your forehead down to your toes. Nice. And again, arching your back, looking up. Forehead comes down, look towards your toes. Super. Pause there. Forehead down in the direction of your toes. As always, listen to your knees as you drop forward. Be kind. And wherever you are, move a bit, wiggle. So the breath moves us, but also, we don't want to practice rigidity. We want to practice movement, embodiment, connection, kindness. So if you're finding that you're struggling and leaning into a rigid end of range, just begin to move. Begin to feel into your body, connecting into your body. Nice. Come all the way up. Stretch your legs long, twist towards the right. Simple twist. You can make it more complicated by stepping your foot over or bending your knees and tucking one foot underneath the other thigh. See which one you want to do. Twisting towards the right. Get taller. Rise through the top of your head. Chest is opening. Nice. Other side. Twist towards the left. And come back to center. So if you're not staying for the meditation, just lie down for a moment. If you can, it would be great. If not, then that's okay. And then those of you staying, find your chair, find your block, maybe a blanket, an eye cushion. Rest your thighs. No, rest your calves on your chair. And find your comfort. Just shimmying around, wiggling around. And just feeling deeply. And so this movement is taken from the Alexander technique people. And so it's, they call it conscious rest. And so for me, it's just this really magical, it's like often when we meditate, we have to work at meditating. There's like, oh, I'm going to think about something or I'm going to attend to something. But actually just lying down in this position actually regulates your parasympathetic nervous system or brings you into the parasympathetic nervous system. So it releases your psoas, it softens the spinal muscles, it softens the belly and the chest, and it really brings you into a place of comfort and support. Your spine is held and something in you can relax. So let's just find our feet and allow them to soften, allowing them to deeply settle. That feeling of feet hanging, feet lengthening, feet softening. Allowing your ankles to soften deeply. Feeling the weight of your calves on the chair. Softening and deepening into that, really settling. So as soon as I feel that, my thighs begin to settle because the weight of my settling thighs actually allows my calves to feel heavier. Knees softening. Thighs softening, falling like waterfalls. That image really works for me in my thighs. At the moment, typically we pump the blood down into our legs with our arteries, and then it's pushed back up through the legs, up through the veins by the pumping of the arteries going down because it has to work against gravity. Whereas right now, gravity is your best friend in your legs. So all the blood is running out of your legs down into the deep of your belly. That sounds a bit extreme, but so the movement, gravity is helping the veins drain right now. And so just get a sense that there's a feeling of rest about your legs. Deepening into the pond of your belly. As I feel into the deep of my belly as I breathe, it's like a glassy surface of the ocean, a sense of there's a swell that rises and falls as I breathe, a deep sense of breath. Length of your spine. Didn't unpack your shoulders, but if you need to, just let your shoulders widen, let your palms face the ceiling. Let your shoulders, arms, and hands rest deeply. Nice. Let your face soften and smoothen. Typically any contractions are pulling towards the midline. So your forehead pulls inwards, your eyes pull inwards, your mouth pulls inwards, your jaw pulls upwards. So just see if you can fall out and down with your face. How would you create length through the forehead, length through the eyes, length across the cheeks, length across the lips, fall into your jaw. And fall more into your jaw. Feeling your teeth. So teeth are really amazing. Teeth are a bit like, this is not a correct image maybe for a lot of you, but I feel like they're like whirling dervishes. Those amazing spinning white Sufis in a room. That when I really listen to my teeth, there's this sense of movement and interconnectedness, and they're really individual, but yet there is this cohesive whole. That each tooth has this center of entity or center of being, and they move. Teeth move. Softening into your face, your jaw, really allowing the lines of expression to smoothen. Let your teeth soften. Feel more into your mouth, softening your teeth. How wonderful. So if you can stay, then stay. That would be just gorgeous. If you have to move, then that's also really perfect. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being here. I will see you all tomorrow. Another wonderful day of authentic. And some of you I'll see tonight at yoga, last night of the term tonight. And so I'll see a lot of you tonight. Awesome. Great. Ciao.